Thank you, Chris. Thank you, everyone. Eileen, thank you. Love has the final say. Good morning, everybody, here at Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living. Those who are tuning in and those who will tune in a little bit later, welcome. I am glad to be here once again. I love being here with you guys in good old Rockland, New York. So, your minister, the Reverend Melissa, is a genius, right? She really is. Um, so the annual theme, and not only is she a genius, she's a rebel as well. So the annual theme is not like the annual theme for Home Office, which is Grand Rising, but her annual theme for this beautiful center, which is in the Grand Rising, but the annual theme is Ubuntu. Ubuntu. It's an African saying that says that I am because you are, or as Rockland puts it, we rise together. I am because you are. And then, of course, January's theme here at Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living is oneness. So when we put the two together, I am because you are, we are really talking about oneness. And so today's talk is I want to bring in, as Ernest Holmes did, right, spirituality with the science, but not only Ernest Holmes. Actually science is just now catching up with what the mystics have known for many years, right? That there is only one thing happening here. Call it what you want. I choose to call it God, that infinite intelligence that is guiding our direction, right? God. The, I am because you are. So when I look at the body, I was just I just got this as I was sitting here listening to the music and the meditation and all of that, and what came through was Ubuntu is even within the body. Imagine that all the organs in the cells have a voice, and actually they really do, and we want to listen to them. But the lungs say, "I am," to the heart. "I am heart because you are." Think about it. Without the heart, the lungs couldn't do what the lungs do, right? And the heart says the same thing. Lungs, I am because you are. We rise together, right? And all of this is encapsulated in oneness. In oneness. Ernest Holmes says in the Science of Mind textbook, yeah. When we know our oneness with God, call it greatness, call it universal intelligence, call it whatever works for you. However, when we know our oneness with God and law, what a great burden is removed. When we know our oneness with God and law, what a great burden is removed. Any sense of opposition is removed from the consciousness which perceives unity. Once we really know our oneness with all of life, with the source of life, with all that there is, being one with the breath, being one with our prosperity, being one with our divine health, being one with that person who may push that button. That's important. I'll get to that. Being one with all there is. Once we tap into and know our oneness, and to know is to be. Once we are being our oneness, then any sense of opposition is removed from the consciousness which perceives unity. That's an amazing line. It removes from the consciousness which perceives oneness. So we have a consciousness that perceives oneness. Why? Because it came from the one power, the one source, the one life, that all that there is. However, what seems to happen more these days, well, let me speak for myself, is I got caught up with the weapons of mass distraction. So what I mean by that, yes, I'm telling on myself. I have to admit that over the last couple of weeks, I've been distracted going down that stupid thing called TikTok and the YouTube short reels. Oh my God. And it's like, and once I start, and I'm like, I'm in it for half an hour. Next thing you know, it's, dude, you've been here for 45, it's been an hour and 10 minutes. And all of this stuff is a distraction. But also, I used it to bring me back to center because everything that I was watching had to do with separation. Oh my God, people talking about each other, and I was watching this little short clip. I couldn't even get through it. They're only 2 minutes long, at the most. And the caption was, student gets kicked out for this, and she's being filmed talking, and she's Palestinian, and the woman she was talking to yelling at was Jewish, and they're going back and forth, and I'm going, oh my God, WTF, not what you think it means. For me, WTF is, where's the faith? Where's the forgiveness? Right? And but wait, there was more. So I went to the next one, right? And then the next one, and then the next one. And I began watching this from a place of, oh my God, the world is being distracted. We are being distracted purposely from our oneness. With the news of wars and all of that. I mean, all of this is so crazy to me that more people are not seeing that if we were to just to turn that off just for a half a day, we wouldn't even have to turn all that stuff off for a day, just half a day, and start to focus on, oh, I am because you are, that would change the vibration of the entire planet. That would change the vibration of the neighborhood. That would change the vibration of your home. See, we don't even have to talk about the planet. Let's just bring it to our own homes. So when we speak about oneness, we are speaking about recognizing, and I love that word recognize. Chris, thank you so much for saying it a few times this morning. And Eileen, I'm ready. Get ready. I'm diving into what? Diving into this love, diving into knowing that love has the final say. Now, it's a lot, it takes a little more than me just saying it. These are great words, right? But it takes more than me just saying it. What's that saying in scripture? That works without, no, faith without works is dead, right? So what I want to do for me is to, okay, let me start looking even at those little shorts in the TikTok silly stuff. Let me start to see the good in what's going on here. Let me see for them that what's missing here is love, because that's all that people feel that they're missing. It's not really missing. People feel that they're missing because we have a consciousness that perceives unity, right? So what I want to do is start to not only to see the good in what's going on, but also to believe that there's good there. Why? Going back to Eileen's song. When I do that, then love has the final say. Now, how do we do this, you say? Great question. I'm glad you asked. Eugene, how do we do that? First of all, I want to start to believe the good within me. Take a breath on that one. I want to believe that there is good within me, in spite of all of the mistakes that I may have made in the past, in spite of the crazy decisions and choices that I made, right? In spite of all of that, I get to choose. And you guys have heard me say this before, that choice is one of the greatest gifts that we have. It's a powerful gift that we have. So we get to choose to believe, oh yeah, that I am good. Man, let me say that I love me some Eugene. I have to, because if I don't, then I don't make myself available for others to. If I don't love myself, then I shut myself down. I shut myself in, right? And then I don't allow people to love me. which is why I am always smiling, which is why I'm always in joy, because I love this thing called life and I love who I am in it. And I love who I am in it with all of you, with all of humanity. It doesn't matter. This really, Spirit, golly, you know, this rhetoric, this narrative, this BS. And I do mean it in that particular form, not just belief system, but the BS of this racial divide, the sexism, and all of this stuff, man, it's really distracting us from who we truly are here to be. And who we are to be are loving entities, loving my brothers and sisters, no matter what they think they are, no matter who they think they are, but to love them unconditionally. And for me, unconditionally means I love you no matter what you do or don't do. I love you no matter what you say or don't say. I love you. I love you. But now I need to turn that and also make it for myself. I love me unconditionally. As I said before, no matter what I've done in the past, no matter what I've said in the past, I have to love me. So, because you are, I am. I am because you are. We rise together because we are in this we are all in this together. We are co-creating. I remember up until just recently that I only thought of co-creation as co-creating with the divine, right? Co-creating with God, co-creating with spirit, co-creating with that universal intelligence. And then I got to the point where it's like, well, no, I'm not co-creating with it because I'm working with the law. So I'm creating through my thoughts and my feelings and my actions and my words. So I am the one who's creating, using this law that only knows how to say yes. But I also just got into, Chris, again, you used this morning, is that we are co-creating together. We are co-creating this. We are co-creating this. What I love about this is that we brought this together. We created this. We set the intention to have this happen. And there are many of you out there that I've not met yet, but we're still family. I just met Eileen just now, and we have co-created this experience. So, what are we to do here now, right? We are to raise our vibration so that we're not snagged like I was snagged by those weapons of mass distraction. Or don't get snagged by them. You can look at them and go, oh, that's a prayer request. Oh, they think love is missing here. Well, then let me believe in the good in them, right where they are, the good of spirit is, right where they are, the good of God is, in spite of what they may be spewing in the moment. So when we're watching these things, well, okay, when I still may watch them every once in a while, I'm not saying that you watch them, but if you find yourself watching them, remember that, oh yeah, this is a prayer request. Oh, they're asking me to pray or to speak a word of compassion. See, because I want to speak a word of compassion because I believe in my fellow human beings. I believe in my brothers and sisters. I believe in the one race, which is the human race. So, in spite of all of the crap that's going on, we get to rise, we get to grow. Oh, really? I love that one, Spirit. Thank you. With all the BS that's going on, yeah, the bullshit that's going on, well, that can be turned into manure for the new growth. So now what's that manure? The manure is the practice of prayer, of meditation, of journaling, of loving, of loving self, of loving self, of loving self. And now that BS, the old BS, becomes a new belief system, a new BS that has now allowed us to grow. So now that we are believing in ourselves first, got to believe in yourself first. I got to believe in me first before I can believe in anyone else. But now, as I believe in myself, oh man, it doesn't matter what that person did on the road right next to me who flipped me off because they thought that I cut them off and I didn't. And what I get to say is, oh, they're calling me, oh, you're number one because I am, right? But so are they. because I believe in the good of all people. So my assignment, is it just one? It may be more, but for right now, my assignment for you today and for the next 7 days is to intentionally smile at people. Now, I know in New York, depending on where you are, I understand that. At least that's what I've been told, but I'm not going to believe it, right? Because if I believe, and I do, that I am surrounded by an infinite intelligence, that I am protected and guarded and guided and directed, and then I know that I'm safe. See, because what happens is you smile at a person who might be a little upset, and that upsetness comes from a place of separation. They think they're separate from their good, but that smile, that one smile, may change their whole day. You never know. You never know. So that's, oh, wow. That's a part of your assignment for this week. But that assignment starts out by this. In the morning, when you look at your beautiful self in the mirror, smile at you. And I would go as far as to say, wow, behold the face of God. I'd even take that further. Man, you are magnificent. We're going to have a fantastic day. I believe in you. Now, if you can feel the energy in that right now, right here on Zoom, think about how that would be when you're talking to yourself and you're in your own room and you're in your bathroom and you're just in this love fest. Think of the energy that you walk out of your house with. Oh my God. Oh, energy, vibration. It's everywhere present. I think it's the first law of thermodynamics, the dynamics that says that energy cannot be destroyed. It can only expand. It's always going. So as we walk with the energy of love, as we walk with the energy of joy, as we walk with the energy of beauty, as we walk with the energy of seeing through the eyes of the beloved one, seeing the beloved one in the ones that we're looking at, because what we're looking at, we're looking with. When we start seeing with those eyes, we get to see people the way they truly are. Now, here's the thing about this, something within them will feel that vibration and start to show up as the way that we're seeing them. So it's very important for us to catch ourselves when we start to judge as bad. That meditation was wonderful. As Chris had us, imagine someone that we judge as bad. I've been doing this work for a long time. So I found myself going, I don't see anybody who is bad. But it's only because I've been doing this for so long, right? For so long. And it's, people say, Eugene, you make this sound so easy. I have to remind them this is a daily practice. Every day, every single day, I am practicing because that little egoic mind, it doesn't go away. That little voice, it doesn't go away. I just put it in its place, just in the back seat, because it's a little small child, right? That cannot drive the bus. It tried to years ago, when I was in LA, had just been licensed as a practitioner, and in my second year or so, and I'm like, I'm Eugene Holden, I am practitioner. Da, 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 da. And my life, as I said, my the spiritual term for the description of my life at that time, the spiritual term is it sucked. My life sucked. But no, I am the practice. I'm like, ego, you got to get out of the way. You got to move out of the way. And because the ego has its place and it's not behind the wheel of the bus, because it can't, it's a little small child. All it wants to do is to be seen and keep things status quo, and let's not shine too much, let's not be seen too much. But some ego is like, well, see me, right? But it's still a small child that wants to be seen. So I had to put my ego in the back seat, in the child seat, so that spirit could drive. Now that spirit's driving, I believe that everybody that I come into contact with, everybody that I see, I consciously believe that there is good in them. Now that's a practice. Wow. Scripture says, believe that you have so that you may receive. So believe that that person is magnificent. Believe that that person is is the source, and the emanation of love, in spite of what their behaviors are showing. See, we don't want to judge them by their behavior. We don't want to judge them at all. Their behavior may be one of that some heinous stuff, right? But as we believe in them and as we look for the good in them, we find that, what they're missing or what they think they're missing is love. And this is the way that they're trying to show that they're missing it, by doing this heinous behavior, or maybe not so heinous, but this behavior that may be rubbing up against the status quo, whatever that might be. Believe. I love you, God. Believe that you were the vehicle. Believe that you were the vessel. Believe that you, and you are the presence of love. Get ready. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. And the soul says, I've been waiting for you to dive in. So believe. In order for us to believe in the good of others, in order for us to believe in the good of everyone, I want to separate those two words. Believe in the good of everyone. Everyone. Every one person, every one animal, every one breath, every one tree. Believe in the good of every one thing. And in order for you to believe, you have to be it. See, because to believe is one thing. And then we want to know the good in everyone. Not only believe in the good of everyone, but to know the good in everyone. And to know is to be. That's why we are instructed, right? Be still and know. Be still and know. Scripture says, be still and know that I am God in the midst of you. And I like to say this, let's expound on that. Let's expand that. Be still and know that you are creative. Be still and know that you are loved. Be still and know that you are successful. Be still and know that you're amazing. Because you are. You are amazing. You are amazing. Now it's time for us all to come from this place of oneness, Ubuntu. We rise together. I am because you are. You are because I am. So I want to now anchor this in prayer. Mm. Mm. So this is what I know. I know that there is an infinite intelligence from which all things are created. I recognize, I know once again that it is at the very center of all of life, and having no circumference whatsoever. There isn't anything that exists outside of this infinite intelligence that I call God. That love intelligence that is guiding our direction is at the very center of all of life, and having no circumference whatsoever. There isn't anything that exists outside of it, which means that right where I am, God is. Right where I am, love is. Right where I am, peace is. Oh, but wait, there's more. As I know this to be the truth of my life, I know this to be the truth of each individualized expression of the one tuning in today and who will tune in a little bit later, which is always tuning in right now. That right here, right now, God is, we are. Right here, right now, love is, we are. For we are each and every one of us made in the spiritual image of spiritual likeness, and in the nature of the creation. In the nature of creation itself, in the nature of God. We are created in the nature of love itself. And the nature of love is to what? To love. So it is from my awareness of our oneness in God that I speak this word, knowing that as we all commit to stepping into the divinity of our being, that we are willing to love and to believe in ourselves first. That we are willing to forgive ourselves for anything that may have happened in the past. we forgive and we let that go so that we may allow ourselves to be that vehicle, to be the vessel, to be the instrument of love itself. Believing, seeing and believing, seeing and believing in the good of everyone, seeing and believing in the good of everyone, which means that when now we are looking for the good, and says we seek, we shall find. In spite of the behaviors, in spite of the appearances, in spite of all of that, we are looking to the essence of that one in front of us. We are looking for the essence and to the essence for that one who may be pushing our button, which is a wonderful thing to have somebody to push the button, because they may have pushed the button, but they did not install the button. So we give thanks for those who push the button, because they have allowed us from a place of love to heal whatever has been pushed. I speak this word for love, allowing ourselves to surrender to that love intelligence that governs the universe, surrendering to that power and to that presence that causes the sun to shine, which is the same power and presence that beats our heart. That same presence and intelligence that causes the wind to blow is that same power and intelligence that breathes this breath. So I speak this word of surrender. As we surrender to this love intelligence, we allow it to use us. As Dr. Holmes would say, there is a power for good in the universe greater than we are, and we can use it. Now it's the time for us to surrender, to allow it to use us. So as we surrender to this, as we dive in, as we believe in the good of everyone, we are lifted up. We are supported. We are guided and directed to experience only the highest and the best, simply because we say so. For this and for so much more than these words can ever convey, I remain forever grateful and thankful. It is from this space of gratitude and thanksgiving that I release this word into the awesome and dynamic action of love and law. See, this is what I know, that as I release this word into the law with unconditional love, it has no choice. It has no other recourse but to return these words unto us completely fulfilled, pressed down, shaken together, and overflowingly fulfilled. And so fulfilled, we open up and we just allow it to be. And so it is.
So it
So
is.
it shall be. Amen. Peace and blessings, everyone. Mm, mm, mm.